This is Jerry Hobby with Anything Internet. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this. It's something I've been noticing is how popular Twitter is, especially inside of celebrity and television programs. You're seeing Twitter IDs and Twitter accounts being used everywhere. And these days we all know as individuals, as people, we talk about Facebook all the time. We want to have a Facebook page. But the media and the TV programs all seem to have Twitter accounts. Well, there's a reason why. Twitter is better at it for what it is they need to do. The messages are short, they're mandatory in Twitter that messages are short, so it's easier for them to support it. They don't have to approve friend requests or manage event reminders and event requests or any of these things, or groups or fans or anything. If you have a Twitter account, you can completely do nothing but post your messages and everything will work as long as people know to follow you. And this is why media and celebrities like Twitter, because they can post messages out to Twitter, but they don't have to read anything people write back. They don't have to approve friends. They don't have to filter through anything. They just put their messages out there. It's a good one-way communications forum. And then in other cases, they can be conversational, but usually it's the fans themselves that converse. And this is where it gets interesting. In Twitter, they have a thing called a hashtag. And the hashtag is like a keyword that you can search for. Hashtags are exploding in popularity. You don't necessarily want to follow each person that you ever hear of with a Twitter account because it gets too noisy. But what if you could follow by conversation or by topic instead of following by person? So maybe you're interested in what I have to say, but only when it comes to certain topics, or you're interested in what anybody has to say regarding certain topics, whether it's me or somebody else, it doesn't matter. Well, if you're interested in following me, you follow my Twitter ID. If you're interested in a subject, you follow the hashtag that pulls up that subject. And more Twitter tools are tuned for this, to where now you don't have to follow anybody necessarily. You can follow those topics of your choice. So whether it's breast cancer awareness or events in Houston or whatever it is, you can follow those words. Now, when you follow those hashtags, when you search for those, you'll see every message that anybody posted with those keywords in it. And when you post a message using those same keywords, other people will see those too. Now, first thing is to just get used to how that works, and you'll notice how they have the number sign followed by a word, a single word, and you'll notice the usage of that in messages. You'll see it. I call it a pound sign. It's a number sign. It would be like pound something, like say the pound sign followed by the word Houston, pound Houston. And if you search Twitter for that, you'll find every conversation where Houston was mentioned in that conversation, and you'll see in the message it will have pound Houston in there. I'm following a new reality show that I don't know how good it's going to be, but it's called The Glass House, and they have their hashtags, and they have their accounts, and each person there has an account, and there's 20 people on the show, and it's one of those elimination reality shows. All these people have their own accounts, but they all use the Glass House hashtag. So you can follow that whole conversation just by following that particular hashtag. You don't necessarily need lists. You don't necessarily need anything. What you'll see is you'll see everybody discussing it, not just the celebrities, but everybody that discusses it, that message will be there. Now, if you only want to follow the celebrity, fine, follow the celebrity. If you only want to follow the hashtag, fine, follow that topic. However it works. Now, here's where it matters for you as a business person, okay? You want to understand how this works because it's powerful. And you're starting to see hashtags showing up in Facebook and other places. This is a really important trend that's happening, and it just shows the importance of having tags as a way to associate subjects with a message. But here, if you want to post messages out there, you don't have to have 20 million followers. You just have to use hashtags that those potential audiences are looking for. The hashtag world's important, but some hashtags are pretty proprietary, and if you use a hashtag that's somebody's product name, they might not be happy that you did it, and I don't know if there's rules about that, but it just may, let's just say, be uncomfortable. But you could use hashtags that are common but also local enough, and maybe some customers can find you this way. It's so hard to explain it in a video like this because every case is different. But say, for example, if I had hashtag Houston, hashtag web design, hashtag graphic design, these are all tags that different people will use. They're all generic enough, but when you put a couple of them together, well, if somebody searches for web design in Houston or SEO in Houston, they'll see my messages. Maybe they've never heard of me. Maybe when they see the messages, they'll follow me. This is all part about building up social networking, but it's also about putting messages out there in this kind of a way. And what's interesting about this way is it's a passive tool. You're putting messages out there that people may or may not see right away, but people will see them. You're planting seeds. So you can use them for quick things, but for building your list and building up your company and expanding your brand, you can use them for long-term growth as well. But what you need is a strategy, and you need to incorporate those hashtags on your Facebook, on your Twitter, and maybe even on your website. Who knows? Let's just talk about what they are. So let me know if you're thinking about expanding and using Twitter, or how to use Twitter the right way for your business, and we'll talk about it, because we're not trying to get people to waste their lives on social media. We're just trying to make sure that our customers who do spend their lives on social media know how to find us. You, us, everybody. We need to be found, and there's a bunch of techniques. This is the way it works on Twitter with hashtags. Let me know if we can help. I'm Jerry Hobby with Anything Internet.